And roll sound, please.
Speak 1701.
Marker.
Hey everybody, it's Lessons from the Dirt! And now, here's the man who's number one when it comes to number two. Your host, Mike Rowe.
All right, Chuck, thanks so much. Matt, as always, there's not much to say. Guess who the guest is? I'll give you a hint, it's him. It's Ryan. How are you?
Good, how are you?
How about some polite applause for Ryan? Okay? Because Ryan, you came to work in a spot a couple of days ago. I'm not even sure what brought you to us exactly.
Well, I work for the production company.
Right.
And I'm just...
So you get bossed around just doing stuff?
Everything. Whatever's needed.
And what else was needed the other day was somebody to play the role of our young, aspiring college graduate circa 1972 as we went about the business of recreating this poster. And through our typical exhaustive casting process, we looked around and said, what about that guy?
Good.
How do you look here being pictured in a year clearly before you were actually alive?
Good. I think I fit the mold well with this 70s collar.
It's a strong look.
It is.
Yeah. Did you go to school?
I did. I went for 2 years and wanted to be a filmmaker and kind of was getting some on-set experience here and there, and with what it was that I wanted to do. It was probably a good idea that I got a head start and a leg up on getting some real world experience, and coming in and working for a company like I am right now at the very bottom. I'm not
afraid to start at the bottom.
Oh, absolutely not. And I've been able to work on a numerous amount of projects and direct a film of my own in New York. And
awesome. What's it called?
It's called The Projectionist. It was a feature. We actually just finished it at the end of last year.
I didn't know that.
And
That's great. Are you happy with the?
Oh, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. It turned out a lot better and kind of a lot more legit than we thought that it would.
So did that poster.
Absolutely, yeah. But I'm in no rush to be where most people expect themselves to be.
You got time, man. How
Absolutely.
old are you?
I'm 24 now.
You're 24 years
24,
old.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not. Tell me, what is the mindset of most of your friends right now when it comes to a degree, when it comes to work, when it comes to delayed gratification, all of it?
First of all, entitlement is the number one thing that I see. And Beth mentioned kids come and work for her or that are on jobs that she's on that come straight out of film school and they walk onto a set and, there's nothing that I can't do. I'm a PA, but I should be a director's assistant or an assistant director or something like that. And there's a big difference between, kind of learning how a piece of machinery works in kind of the academic sense and actually going in and getting your hands dirty and learning firsthand with an apprenticeship or a fellowship or whatnot. And most kids my age are still thinking this. They still have this idea that stick my 4 years in and pay whatever it takes, and the payoff is there's gonna be a huge reward at the end. Just seeing so many people work really hard and then graduate and expect something to come right to them. Education in America costs more than it does anywhere else in the world, I believe. And so I think that perception of
you get
go to
what
school,
you pay for?
Go to school. Well, go to school and it'll pay off. I think that's still out there.
I think about like gym memberships. There's this idea that you want to be fit, you want to be healthy, but would you join a gym for $150 a month and then never go to it? The truth is, a lot of people do.
Absolutely.
That's how the whole model.
Absolutely.
And so there's this idea. Well, if I pay my money and just do part of the thing, I'm going to be fit. It's the same. I'm going to pay $150,000 to go to school, but not really apply myself.
Absolutely. And there are so many people out there who can be good at something and are trying to chase something that maybe isn't right for them, and there are other outlets.
Yeah. Well, do me a favor. I don't know where you're going to wind up, but it's going to be someplace great, and I'm glad I'll be able to say I knew you when. But if you would go ahead and take that poster down, and I'm going to invite Taylor to come over, who really portrays the other side on the other poster. It's a very cheap show, and we only have room for 2 chairs. So, with all due respect, beat it. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
It's really great chatting with you. Taylor, come on in. A little banjo music, and Taylor takes his position in what I would call the hot seat, but that implies you're going to have to deal with a series of difficult and probing questions, and I promise you that's not going to happen.
I'll bring them on.
Then again, maybe not. You were minding your own business 2 days ago, and somebody said, here, put this shirt on and hold this computer, and you're going to be our hero.
I was standing behind the camera and somebody said get in front of it.
You. Story of my life. How old are you?
28.
And are you doing exactly what you want to be doing right now, or are you,
On the path to it.
and what is the ultimate destination?
DP. That's a director of photography for TV commercials, movies, TV shows.
Did you study for that in a traditional sense?
I did. I went to film school, and Ryan kind of touched on this before, you know. A lot of people go to film school and you get the knowledge in film school, and then you come to set and you think, you know, you're ready for, you know, the next level, and you realize that, you know, your schooling hasn't ended yet. You're just in a new type of schooling, so it's like you have to learn the trade, and a lot of what you wind up learning comes from on the job rather than in the classroom.
You think people in their 20s are hardwired somehow to look for a shortcut, to find a shortcut, to not put in the time?
I think that's just sort of in today's day and age, that's sort of the mentality of a lot of people is, you know, you get out of school and, you know, you're looking for that quick buck.
Yeah.
And people forget that, you know, majority of people, it takes a long time to get there. You got to perfect a skill, and once you have that, you know, you can make that money, but, you know, it takes a long time to get to that.
Do you see yourself as a tradesman?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that you need to learn, a lot of equipment you need to know, and you know, you can't do the job until you know that.
You like to read?
I do.
What are you reading?
What am I reading right now?
Yeah.
The Hunger Games.
Dude. Isn't that like a chick book? I don't know.
It's pretty brutal.
What's that kid's name? Catnip or something?
Katniss.
Katniss. Right. Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. Do you have a copy with you right now that you read between takes? And
I
whatnot?
don't.
No.
I should.
No, you shouldn't.
You're right.
Don't do that. What's the best movie ever made?
The best movie I ever made.
La da do da. La do da do da.
No. The best movie you've ever seen that was made before you saw it. I know that's a big question. So, excluding all the movies you've made.
What was the best movie I've ever seen?
Correct.
I'm a big fan of spy movies, so I like all the Bourne movies.
Who would win in a fight, Jason Bourne or Katniss?
Katniss, hands down.
I'm so finished talking to you. Taylor, thank you for what you're doing and for what you did. We really appreciate your help.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, pal. A little banjo music from Matt. Lessons from the dirt next time. Chuck, take us out with something like an announcer would do.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you again next time on Lessons from the Dirt.
See, now it feels like a show.
Right? It's starting to.
A canceled show.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we're ready to move on whenever you are.
What else is there to do?